Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And today, we got ourselves a quality check with the Model Y. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So, alright, we have this gray Model Y with the black interior. And let's do ourselves a quality check. And a quality check is basically going to be checking up each and every panel, and at the end we'll either give it a pass or a fail. So, starting off at the left side, then looking at the hood, then the bumper, then to the right side. No problems over here so far. And these are the wheels underneath your hubcaps. And if you're to take off your hubcaps and powder coat these wheels, they look phenomenal. Now let's take a look at the driver's side door. So far, so good. Gap is nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. Brand new, just been dropped off. These are the latest builds that are out of the Fremont factory. Now, let's take a look at the door handle here. Let's take a look here. And it's flush. I do wish the panels was a little bit tighter, but it is okay. I do like this panel over here. Now let's take a look at the charge port, and the charge port is flush. Now let's take a look at the rear, and the rear is fine. Now let's take a look at the side light. So far, so good. Now onto this part over here on the right side. Taking a look at this panel over here. Beautiful. And that's what we want to see. Now let's check the rear door to see if it's flush. Taking a look at the rear wheel. Now this door handle pokes out a little bit. It sits out, it should sit flush. But I definitely would say that I do like the build of this current gray Model Y, and it definitely gets a pass. Now let's move on to another Model Y. Alright, so we have this white Model Y here. It's the white with the black interior, and it also has the standard wheels. Taking a look at the left side. Now off to the front. Bumper and fender. You want to make sure that the fender matches the bumper and the bumper matches the fender, and that there's no discoloration, no scratches, nothing that you see that looks out of place. Now let's take a look at the driver's side. Remember, never to rush your delivery. Bring somebody with you to get a second opinion. These vehicles are a little bit dirty because they're parked outside, but by the time you get your vehicle, they'll be all buffed up and ready to go. So, and over here, nice and tight, that's what we want to see. The gap over here is fine. Do wish it was a little bit tighter, but it is fine. Take a look at the rear. And let's take a look at the right side. I do see something over here. This gap inside here with the charge port. Well, it's not the charge port. The charge port's on the other side, but this light here and this gap over here is just a little bit big for my liking. So now looking at the right side, that's fine. Now rear door here, and this sits out a little bit, so that is an issue. Taking a look at the rear wheel on a set of Continental tires. And let's take a look. And it's flush. And it is flush. So besides that little issue at the back with the light, this gets a pass. But I definitely would have to bring that issue up with my sales rep in order to have that corrected. Most likely what they'll do is they'll schedule a service appointment and book you in to have that corrected, but just make sure to point it out. Now let's move on to our final Model Y. All right, so we have our final Model Y. It has the upgraded wheels here. Let's take a look at the left side. Let's take a look at the front hood and onto the right side. Now let's take a look at these wheels. Now onto the driver's side door, checking out the gap, making sure that it's even and there's nothing that looks out of place. So and it is flush. Now taking a look at that gap, nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. Over here, we're looking at this gap over here. That's fine. Do wish it was a little bit tighter. You want the gaps to be as tight as possible, and you want the car built to the best of their ability. Now let's take a look at the right side. And it is flush. But this door is poking out a little bit, so that is an issue. And it is flush. So I will be giving this a pass. So basically, we've gotten a chance to take a look at these Model Ys. Not all of them are perfect. So just remember to do yourself a quality check if you're ever taking delivery of a Model Y, S, X3, or whatever vehicle you choose. All right, so that's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a nice day. Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.